faculty are known all around the world for the quality of their teaching. So that remains the cornerstone of the curriculum here for you.
Yes. I'm often asked, why do I teach by the case method? And my simple answer is, I teach by the case method because I believe that one learns best that which one teaches oneself. You learn best that which you teach yourself. And if you stop and think about it, I'm certain virtually every person can remember something in the past where you memorized something simply because somebody told you to memorize it. And you probably forgot what you memorized about as fast as it took you to learn it. On the other hand, if you really toiled through learning something, the odds are it stuck with you. And the difficult part was no doubt sorting things out on your own. And it can be something as simple as the times tables. Learning multiplication, of course, can be learned by rote. You simply memorize 12 times 12 is 144, but that's not as useful and that's not very deep learning as understanding that the times table merely reflects a mathematical expansion. And once you get the logic of the expansion, you can figure out x times y in almost any dimension. And that's the deep learning. That's what sticks with you. I've seen case discussions around all kinds of things that were deemed to be mechanical and rather trivial and rote, but that proved to impart a much deeper lesson about some logic or consequence. So much in business depends on that deeper kind of learning. One of my colleagues, Alex Horniman, who is a professor of industrial psychology, has told me that case studies are like little rehearsals about how to respond to business problems. In the course of 2 years at the Darden School, you'll discuss perhaps 600 cases. So think of each case as a rehearsal for some problem that you will address in the future. And every time you rehearse something, it sticks deeper and deeper in your memory. It prepares you for the challenges you'll face in the years to come. And therefore, I think that's really valuable learning, rather than simply memorizing a formula or some economic concept. It's really preparing yourself to deal with the world that you're about to encounter. I take great pride in teaching very carefully and very well. And toward that end, my goal has always been to develop as much fresh material, teaching material as possible. And the success rate in doing that is much less than 100%. And in fact, as I tell my colleagues here at Darden, if every day and if every new case study you offer, if both of those are always perfect, you aren't stretching far enough, you aren't taking enough risk, you aren't challenging yourself to reach and get out in front of problems and opportunities. So if you're only doing the safe stuff, you are probably not serving the mission of the school or of the students very effectively.
Now, of course, there are generations of students that feel touched by your best work as the dean of the school, that had you not become a professor at a business school, what was your childhood dream? What would you like to have become?
I might have become a guitarist in a country and western band, except that I love analytics and ideas. Probably I'd have become a journalist or a securities analyst. I like discovering new things, and I like the experience, the process of conveying those discoveries to others.
Well, I haven't heard you play guitar. I have enjoyed reading your blog, so I can see the journalist in you. In any case, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. It's been
Thank you for your interest. It's been a pleasure.